Hello everyone, my name is Siti Shafira binti Matsa. My metric number is BB211100694. This video is about how digitalization has impacted the demand for both domestic and international travels worldwide. For the part 1, we need to construct appropriate graphs or charts to compare the relative frequency and cumulative relative frequency for each dataset. As you can see, this is the table for class frequency, and cumulative relative frequency for domestic. I use the range between 0 to 500,000 to find the class, and then I will calculate the relative frequency by dividing each of the class frequency by the total number of frequencies. So the total of relative frequency is 1.0. Next, to calculate the cumulative relative frequency, I take the number in the current class and add it on the previous cumulative for the class below. So this is table for class frequency, relative frequency, and cumulative relative frequency for international. I use the same range as domestic, which is 500,000 to find the class. And then I divide the frequency, each of the frequency, by the total number of frequencies, which is 24, to find the relative frequency. Next, I continue to calculate the cumulative relative frequency. Next, I construct the graph. I use the histogram graph to compare the relative frequency data and an OGIF to compare the cumulative relative frequency.
My name is Raika Rania binti Hanafia, student ID BB211100428. I'm in charge of part 2, which is to calculate and compare measures of central location in each dataset. For domestic mean, I got 1113828.96, and for international mean, which is 456067.42, which is domestic mean is higher than international mean. For median, for domestic median, I got 856601.5, and for international median, 86571.5, which is domestic median is higher than international median. And for mode, there is no mode for the domestic and international dataset.
Hello everyone, my name is Siti Nurain binti Bhakti. My metric number PB211611167. I will be presenting part 3, which is calculate percentiles and construct box plot in each dataset. As you can see over here, for the domestic percentiles, I have arranged all the values in ascending order. I use the formula to find the 25th, 50, and 75 percentiles. As for the 25th percentile, I calculate using the formula and the amount that I get is 240976.75. Next, for the 50 percentile, I use the same formula and the amount that I get is 570779.5. Thirdly, for the 75th percentile, the amount that I get is 1628064.5. Next is the box plot domestic. As you can see, this is the box plot for the domestic. The interquartile range, IQR, I use the formula which is Q3 minus Q1 and the total is 137087.75. As for the lower limit, the formula that I use is Q1 minus bracket interquartile range times 1.5 and the total is negative 1839654.875. For the upper limit, the formula is Q3 plus bracket interquartile range times 1.5. The total is 3708696.125. Outliers exist inside this range. This is the international percentiles. As you can see from the left box, I have arranged all the values in ascending order. I still use the same formula to find the 25th, 50, and 75th percentile. First, for the 25th percentile, I use the same formula and the amount is 73461.75. Secondly, for the 50th percentile, I use the same formula and the amount that I get is 88666. Lastly, 75th percentile, still using the same formula and the total is 116733.75. But since it can be round up, so the amount is 116733.8. This is the box plot international. For the interquartile range, IQR, I use the formula which is Q3 minus Q1 and the total is BT1043272. Lower limit, I use the formula Q1 minus bracket interquartile range times 1.5 and the total that I get is 8553.75. Next, for the upper limit, using the formula Q3 plus bracket interquartile range times 1.5 and the total is 181641.8. Outliers exist in this range. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Siti Noswazeni binti Saat. My matrix number is BT211100506. I will continue for the part 4, which is measure of deviation. Measure of deviation include range, mean absolute deviation, variance and standard deviation, and lastly coefficient of variation. So the first part for range equal maximum value minus minimum value. For the range of domestic is equal 4,570,798 minus 88,829 equal 4,481,969. For the range of international equal 4,730,336 minus 32,362 equal 4,680,974. Next, to calculate the mean absolute deviation, MAD, I use the formula given. So for the domestic mean absolute deviation equal 909,795.365. And for the international mean absolute deviation is equal 632818.229. For the variance and standard deviation, I also calculate using the formula given as can you see in the slide. For domestic variance equal 3253919249937.00 divided by 24 minus 1. The total of variance 141474749996.2.48. To calculate standard deviation equal the square root of total variance equal to 1189,431.587. For the international, variance is equal 121,524,997,1198.95, and for the standard deviation is equal 1102,383.768. And for the coefficient of variation, CV, is the last part for the measure of deviation. So to calculate the coefficient of variation, CV is equal standard deviation divided mean. For the CV of domestic is equal 1.4493, and for the international is equal 2.4172.
Hi, my name is Nabila binti Jibli, no metric BB211100186. I will present the last part, part 5, which is calculate and compare measure of S coordination in S dataset. In this question, we have two variables, which is domestic and international. So here we got 24 different airlines which they have been sampled. Objective here is to try to find the relationship between these two variables. In this part, we have two formulas, which is covariance and correlation. To calculate the covariance, we need to sum this and total all of them, and the total of the xi minus x bar yi minus y bar we divide by 24, which is n minus 1. To find correlation, we have to calculate as x as y. After that, the total for the covariance we divide by this, and this is the answer. When talking about the relationship between these two variables, they are strongly positive and increase.